All right, I'm working with Freddie, the doodle. He's a chronic complainer in the crate. If the other dogs are out, he thinks he should be able to be out too. He really is extremely vocal and carries on. So we're working on creating a calm state of mind in the crate, and then we work from there. So first thing I do when I crate him up, and he's really good about going in his crate. Freddie, down. So this is a verbal command to start, okay, but I will follow up with e-collar if I don't get what I want. Nope. Down. He follows through. I'm going to dial up a little bit. No. Down. Down. Good. So I didn't want to say anything when I was doing it. I wanted to work him through that first. But if you know, hello whoever tuned in. If you noticed when I dialed, I was working him at 3. I told him to down. He blew me off. I dialed up to 4, and then I hit it, and he was like, "Wow, that was a little much." So that was the difference, like one little notch up from a 3 to a 4, and he reacted like that. So when that happens, when you're working e-collar, don't panic. You didn't like permanently hurt or scar your dog. Just dial down, because that little body language from him tells me that that's a smidge too high for him. Although he was not following through at level 3, level 4 was a little overwhelming to him. So before I hit that again, I wanted to dial back down to, I went down to a level 2, and he followed through beautifully. So once you get your dog into a down, now see, as soon as I close the crate, he's like, oh. So here we go. Down. Hold that pressure until he follows through. He knows the difference between sit and down. So I'm going to let up. No. Down. Blow me off. No. And that was a level 4 that time. So, and I held that pressure until he followed through. So when I say I held the pressure, I mean I held that red button down until he actually laid all the way down, because sometimes he'll do a little fake out where you think he's going down, and then you'll let up on the pressure of the e-collar, and then he's like, fooled you. So now that he's down in the crate, he's calm. So when our dogs are down, the chin is resting, there's a shift in the hip, you can see that there. Hello whoever tuned in. Now he's calm. This is a calm dog. So when I walk away, start to go upstairs, or if I grab another dog, the first thing that he'll do is he'll stand up. So what I want to do, and what you want to do at home, and this is for Freddie and Freddie's owners, but it's also for any dog. The second that they show that they're going to start the pattern of acting up, you want to correct it early. If you correct it early, you'll do it at a much lower level on e-collar, because they're not as aroused. But if he starts really carrying on in the crate, hey Joan, thank you, I'm glad it's helpful. If he starts really carrying on and working up a lather with his barking like he can, I've got to go up a lot higher to get through to him, to just interrupt that state of mind so that I can bring him back down. It's a lot easier on me and the dog if I can just nip it in the bud. So when I go to grab another dog, if he stands up, I just correct him and make him go back into a down, just like I did, just like I showed you here. And then if I go and grab that dog and I walk past him, if he makes any kind of whimper or anything, I'll just tell him to knock it off. And then he knows, like before I go up the steps, I'll be like, quiet, Freddie. And then he knows I mean business. And that's really helping him get much better at this vocalizing in the crate. So he looks very relaxed right now. He had a nice training session this morning. I'll just give you a little, I'm doing each dog individually. But for him, he had a really nice structured walk. He's learning to do lots of recall and walk nicely by my side on walks, and to not be so distracted by everything. We were working on that, trying to get him to focus more on his human than on the great outdoors, which is really, really hard to get young dogs to do. It's hard for every dog, but young dogs especially, they have like ADHD, and it's super, super hard to get them to focus. But we're doing a lot of different things. We incorporate a lot of recall, a lot of sits into the walk, so it's never, and we never walk at the same pace, and so he's always got to be watching me, or he'll be finding himself at the end of the leash with a leash pop, right? Because he's not paying attention. So that's what we're up to today with Freddie. I'll be posting some stuff later on him, some video of what we did today. But thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, Joan.